one time certainly reckoned to be one of the best one-day batsmen in the world. Now is his opportunity to prove it. Abdur Razak from the pavilion end. There'll be runs, and that will be 4 of them. Just given a little bit of width, and that was all he needed. Onto it very quickly, and I'm sure pleased to see that he had that amount of width.
Absolutely, I think his eyes must have lit up. His previous deliveries were straight, got a bit of bounce and seam movement with that side. Shamin Nawaz just giving him a bit of room to free those arms, and he relishes that, does Michael Bevan.
The partnerships, Warren Johnson, the first one 28, and then with Cullis 18. The second wicket down at 46, and so far good one, 46. Superb shot, and that's going to go all the way for 6 runs indicated by Venkat. Really lashed onto that, Ravi.
Yes, tremendous footwork. He's picked the short delivery from Kumble very quickly, and good footwork right across with that back foot of his, and he's given it a real thump.
Really tweaking the ball and troubling the batsmen. So if he can drop that ball on one of the bare patches, then maybe he can get some turn. That's delicately cut away for 4 runs. Delightful shot there.
Well, this is extremely well played. He's waited on it and literally watches the ball hitting the face of the blade. Opens it at the last minute, gets the placement right. It's not often you see someone using Muralidharan's pace to reach the boundary.
But he lashed onto that very well, and that might just go over the ropes of 4 runs. That's slightly short-pitched, and very quickly onto that, timing it to perfection and just wide of the fielder. And that's the 50 for Michael Bevan.
Australia Lingo. That's well hit. He just threaded that between that short third man and backward point. There really was not much of a gap, and somehow he managed to get it between there, and it goes away for 4. Boundaries needed here.
This is beautifully played, delaying the stroke and finding the gap. And that is exactly what he's looking for.
Guided down towards the boundary, beats the fielder, and once more goes for 4. We haven't seen any real big shots, and yet nudges and deflections, just beating the field. Bevan very, very clever, in fact, with his wrist work, with his placement. Tremendous batting.
Thank you, Tony. Sachin Tendulkar continuing, and he's pulled that, and once again he's hit it in the gap. Venkatraghavan, not sure. I just get the feeling it might have bounced once and then gone over the rope. And once again he's played that shot. Second time he's done that. And this time he's cleared the boundary quite comfortably.
Here in Dhaka. It's a mighty blow. And no doubt about that one. And that's an impressive way to bring up his 100. What a wonderful way to do it. Michael Bevan, he might not be going to be on the winning side, who knows? But it certainly is a very, very fine performance by Michael Bevan. 88 balls. In the air, but it's going to drop safely. And it's against the rope. Now, did he save that? I just wonder whether we need to have another little look at that. Razak certainly didn't know that whether he had put his foot on the rope or not. And was that a signal of a 4 from umpire Dave Orchard? Well, it was a 4. It was a 4.
He's never referred to the third umpire, so it's given as a couple of runs, or is he asking now? Probably will give a boundary very soon. Still not convinced.
Well, I think the rest of the world need all the runs they can get, and they certainly don't want to lose any in that manner. I know Kumble doesn't look too happy with that.
Catch it!
In the air, cries of catch it, and he's dropped it, and he's knocked it over the boundary. Well, Sourav Ganguly not too happy about that, because he's not done himself much good either.
Well, he had to run across and get underneath the ball. It wasn't underneath the ball, it was always on the move, and that's very difficult when you're catching a cricket ball. With the arm stretched, he dropped it, and also the ball went to the boundary.
He's giving him another chance. No, he's not. No, he's not. That's a chance for somebody in the crowd.
This is absolutely brilliant batting. This one was flighted by Anil Kumble. How quickly it was picked by Bevan. Look at that elevation. Beautifully timed. Still middling it. Still going with the effort. That is a great hit.
Look at those statistics. 128 not out from 105 balls, 4 sixes, 10 fours. And while he's there, the rest of the world have still got a chance. Unlikely though it may seem, when you look at that score, 243 for 7. There was an opportunity for him to depart, but Sourav Ganguly not only dropped it, he hurt his finger and pushed it over the boundary as well. Flicked away into space. It's going to be 4. Aravinda de Silva not bothering to chase it.
Wonderful batting. Finding the gap. Beautifully placed. But there you see him once again winding up
Over
to
the
go
top,
through that.
4 runs.
Extremely good batting. Picking up the length early. No cushion there for Chaminda was in that direction. No mid-wicket. There's a square leg in position, so had to pick the ball.
And that's clubbed straight down the ground. That's a remarkable hit. He moves up to 150, having got to 100 with a 6. He now gets to another landmark with a 6. Tremendous innings here by Michael Bevan.
Well, it's not an official one-day international, but goodness me, it's got to be one of the best one-day international games you would ever see amongst the top-class players. And the top-class players, as he has another smash to the leg side. He just hasn't had anyone that's been able to stay with him long enough, but absolutely brilliant. And you almost, when the rest of the world 11 are needing nearly 13, 12 and a half, 13 to the over, and you almost think they've still got a chance while he's at the crease. He's just a cool customer. What a player.
But this man has played such an astonishing innings that it's not out of the question. There's his overall one-day international career. This does not count as a one-day international. It's easily his highest score. He had 400s in one-day internationals. And he's just beaten the field every single time. This is quite exceptional batting.
Absolutely amazing. Really one of the top innings I've seen in one day.
And not only fireworks in the middle from Bevan, but perhaps premature celebrations in the crowd. Top edge, down towards the boundary. It goes all the way for 4. That's the kind of boundary they're looking for. They don't mind where they come from now. And in fact, Bevan has realized that boundaries are needed. Down towards the extra cover boundary, goes for another 4. Remarkable batting. Finding the gap, striking the ball well enough, reduces the target to 20 off the last over, 301 for 7, and the match has gone right down to the wire.
Ideally, not even a boundary. Get 3 to get Michael Bevan on strike. He's got 1. So 5 deliveries left, 19 required. Boundaries are needed.
Magnificent strike down the ground. We've seen that shot before. This one didn't quite carry. It goes absolutely straight, and that's one of those boundaries.
And what a boundary. This really is a top shot. He in total control. He wants to hit it straight. He knows exactly where the fielders are. He bisects long off and long on, and that's just short of a 6. And suddenly, from nowhere, this game is alive. Very much so.
The force is with Michael Bevan. 4 balls to go. He's gone again. Another 4. Reduction now to 11 from 3 deliveries.
And the crowd, as much as they appreciate the good shots, they're not sure what they should cheer, because they realise with every boundary that the rest of the world side are getting closer and closer to victory. But this has got to be, really, what an innings. Unbelievable. The control, the composure that Michael Bevan's shown. 176 not out. Can he possibly win this game? 11 runs, 3 balls.
He can possibly win it. That's another 4. Now he's reduced it to 7 from just 2 deliveries. He needs 2 more 4s. And Abdul Razak, at the age of 20, now realizes what it is to be under pressure before 65,000 people who are supporting your team and who are pinching themselves in disbelief as to what they've seen over the last half an hour or so.
Absolutely amazing stuff. 7 required from 2, so there's got to be a boundary, that's for sure. And Michael Bevan has now reached 180. And if he were to win this game, they'll have to go for 2, which they will. So that's going to be 6 off the last ball. And I'm afraid, well, let's have a look at this. Third umpire called into play. It's a tight one.
I think Carrick knows he's gone. I think the Asian players know he's gone. It brings Bevan back onto the strike, but if he is gone, it means that the running will only count as a single. Robin Singh, the substitute, such a dazzling fielder, he's onto it, and the return comes in. Carrick trying to make his ground, and very good thinking by Abdul Razak. His bat is in the air at Andy Carrick. An experienced cricketer has left his bat in the air. He's gone, but look at the common sense, the cricketing common sense of the 20-year-old Abdul Razak, realizing the ball was going to hit the stumps. He was in front of the stumps and let the ball go through, and the run out effected.
Andrew Carrick, 23 run out, but what a partnership. And now 6 required. Rest of the world 3-1-5 for 8. What a game.
The match has come down to this. 1 ball, a 6 will do it. Michael Bevan faces Abdul Razak. And not quite. He's got the 4. They win by 1 run.